I didn't have. All right, so this is what happens when Rick's not here. I hadn't pressed the live button yet, so they hadn't seen anything that I was talking about. So that was, what is it? So 5 minutes I've been talking, and you guys didn't hear anything. And this is what happens when I got to run this show. Rick is Rick's the technical. Yeah, Rick's the technical folk here. All right, so welcome. We got Pathways Homestead here tonight. Cyndi and Gary, they were our guests back in the winter. Hey, Paula, how are you? I'm sorry I'm late. We were in here. I was talking. I just forgot to press the go live button. That's what Rick normally does. So, Pathways was with us back in the winter, and we could not really get a good internet connection. And I told them that we would bring them back when during the summer when it was better. So there's a little tiny bit of a wind noise, but I don't think that it's not interfering with being able to hear you. So Cyndi, I'm liking the shirt.
Yeah, you like that shirt?
What are you saying, Gary?
Our internet is best on the porch, but just before we got ready to do this, the wind started picking up. And normally when we do our lives, we use our mic beard and stuff, but it's hard to make it work like this. So
yeah. Well, we will do our best, and hopefully this works out. It already looks 10 times better than it did before.
Good.
So Paul was saying she didn't get notification for the live coming up, and she normally gets all the notifications. So I don't know. I was telling folks that Rick's not going to be here tonight. He is got a notification last night around 6 o'clock or so that he had to be into work at 4 o'clock this morning to do a transfer over to the Panhandle of Florida, and wasn't expecting to get back until after this live is probably going to be done. So if he shows up, he shows up. I don't anticipate that he will be, though. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend some time getting to know Pathways tonight, and then we're going to normally. You guys know I kind of go through and look at channels, kind of look at older videos and get ready for when we have guests. But tonight I was thinking as I'm going back and I'm looking at your channel, guys, that I don't know anything about Kansas. Nothing. I've never been to Kansas. I couldn't tell you one fact about Kansas. So I found a website that says 25 interesting facts about Kansas that you did not know. So we're going to play a game. We're going to give away tumblers tonight. A couple of tumblers for facts that you did not know about Kansas that I thought was pretty interesting. So tell us about Pathways, guys.
So we are an 11-acre homestead in the Flint Hills of Kansas. We are in the northwest corner of southeast Kansas. One county north of us is northeast Kansas. One county west of us is central, and one county south and a little west of us that touches our southwest border of our county is south central Kansas. So we're just right there on the cusp of being in central Kansas.
Our biggest goal on our homestead is self-sufficiency in food. Mm-hmm. We raise about most times 70 to 80% of what we eat, especially if you don't count going out to eat.
Right.
We also sell meat. We sell pork, beef, chicken,
seasonal vegetables, and herbs and spices. I also
milk.
Yeah, milk. I grow most of our
eggs.
Yeah, milk, eggs. We have a Jersey cow, and I make butter, cheese.
What do you think of your Jersey cow, Cyndi?
I love her. Most women, when their kids leave home, they get a little dog. I got a Jersey cow, and I love her. She's and that's kind of the relationship. She's quite the diva. she's spoiled rotten. She was a 4-H animal. And so a little bitty girl showed her in clover buds, and then when she got into 4-H as a first calving heifer. And so yeah, she started out as what we call in Kansas a bucket calf or bottle calf, and then she ended up getting to show her 3 seasons, I believe. Showed her as a bucket calf, a bred heifer, and then showed her as a milking cow. But she didn't fit the criteria for Jersey. So they sold her. She didn't fit their, they weren't going to go anywhere, and it was a good training experience for the
show
little
quality, you mean?
Yeah, like she's not long enough. She was a little fat, more of a beefy build now that she's an actual cow. And 4 or 5 years old, she's a little leaner, a little longer, and has grown out. But she wasn't what they were looking for to keep in their herd for breeding stock.
Here's why I asked. We've got one of our followers that kind of comes usually in here every week over the Panhandle of Florida, and it's one of the few dairy farms that are licensed to sell whole milk, unprocessed milk in Florida. And so they sell it directly from the dairy, and it is he's got a couple of hundred head, and all of them are Jersey. Yeah. And so he's got a very small number of steers that he has. Most of them are whatever you call a female cow, whatever that is. What do you call that? What do you call an unbred or bred cow?
A heifer's unbred.
Okay, all right.
Actually, till she's had her second calf, she's considered a heifer.
When they breed the cows, they sell all of the males off, and they sell them for a very, very good price. And so he normally buys 2 of them a year. And so once we get our fencing project done, which we've been saying for 2 years, I'm going to get it done, then we'll probably start buying Jersey cows from this little dairy over in the Panhandle, similar to what we do with cows. We buy the culls because they're not, for our pigs, for example, we get them from a breeder that breeds show stock. So generally has 2 or 3 out of every litter that are not show quality for one reason or another. So, we get them for $100, and then we grow them out, and we're going, as a matter of fact, Kimberly's going tomorrow to get our one that's at the processor now. And, so we grow them out to 350 pounds, and we just got one back. And it's a great process, and the kids learn a ton in the process of that. But he's getting these cattle for $100 a head, and then he said they grow slow. So what's been your experience with that breed?
So I've been in the cattle industry my whole life. We are multi-generation homestead and farming family. Yes. And my experience has always been with Jerseys is they do grow slower. A lot of times, if we're talking about a Hereford or Angus or Simmental cross or Limousine cross or whatever, they 16, 18 months, they're a fat calf and they're ready to go. A Jersey or a Holstein, either one, we're looking more at like 22, 24 months.
Yeah, so it's a 2-year investment in growing them out.
Yeah. And a lot of people will go ahead and butcher one just smaller, but you are benefited if you're into meat quality like we are, and we're really into really top quality meat. You want intermuscular fat. That's what makes a ribeye good, is intermuscular fat, right? And you're going to get that in that last 3 to 4 months by really pushing them that last 3 to 4 months. So you want to go ahead and fatten Jersey all the way out. Yeah. And they are excellent meat. They compare to anything. They're as good as a Hereford, but you just takes a little longer, and you got to push them a little bit, feed them really good.
Do they do well on grass, all grass?
They will. I'm not a fan of grass finished beef. Okay. Just straight up. Okay. We do grass fed, grain finished. Okay. I don't feel like you can really, it has to be an exact situation, an exact timing, exact types of grass to really put fat on beef, that intermuscular fat, and grain will help you do that easier.
You know what, Gary? I'm not going to argue with you. You know why? Because I've had things that are promoted as grass fed and grass finished, and I don't think it's as good.
Well, it's still considered grass fed to up to 20% grain that they're fed a day.
Is it really?
They can be fed up to 20% grain a day and still be considered grass fed, which is more than what our cattle get.
Yeah.
So technically we could advertise grass fed, grass finished, but we hate to false advertise because we do feed grain. Does that make sense?
It makes perfect sense. I mean, that's kind of what we were, given what we learned, what we were told is that these jerseys grow out slowly. The meat quality is excellent on them. So if we butchered one in the first year relatively young and then just get one replacement every year, then you're going to have one that's fully grown out after a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're probably going to get them calves at 4 months old, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you're getting weaning calves at 6 weeks old, depending on how they're doing it. But if you get them at 4 months old, that's just another 20 months to feed them, or you can do the 18 months. 22 months is plenty usually. But one of the things I would say, Rick, if you do that, castration is important. I see a lot of the grass-fed operations around. They're just leaving them as bulls because that's natural. But a bull will grow muscle instead of fat. And fat is flavor. And so to help with that intermuscular fat, castration is important.
Yeah.
I think that same argument could be made. I would agree with you. I think the same argument we could make for pigs, and we can make the same exact argument for goats. When we have one that we know we're keeping, a goat in particular, for butcher, we will ban them usually within the first 90 days. And then for that very reason, number one, take some of that aggression out. It takes the hormones out of them, and it prevents
their mind.
Pardon me?
It changes their mind.
It does. It absolutely does.
Yeah. And we
got 3 breeder Pico bucks right now. And 2 of them we bought from another farm that were completely hands off, and they've been pretty much hands off with us as well. The third one, though, was born here. He's had hands on him since the day he was born, and he's never aggressed whatsoever until 2 weeks ago when he come up behind Lala and decided, I want to get where you're at right now. And he come up and moved her out of the way. Now he's a 180-pound goat, and that's why I told her, I said, you can't trust that animal. He's still intact, and he's still got that masculine part of him that we've never taken off. Now we've got other ones that we have banded that kind of lost their testicles at less than 90 days old, and they're as gentle could be, and I would trust them with their grandbabies. They're that gentle because they just don't have that mindset.
No.
All they care about at that point is eating.
Yeah. So and I've heard the same argument made with pigs that if you're gonna, that's why when we get them from the breeder, obviously he doesn't want subpar stock to be bred, so he castrates them for that reason. But he said, if you're keeping these just for meat pigs, you don't want to keep them intact.
And on pork, boar taint is a real thing. I hear some people trying to say, oh, it's just in people's heads. I can smell it. I've got a friend that raises his pork that way, and I can smell it in his freezer.
Really?
Yes.
It's like,
I know some people probably notice it more than others, but as a pig breeder, I can smell it.
Yeah, and I can smell it. It's like when you harvest a buck deer and you have that smell.
Right.
and even no matter how you package it, you're still going to smell
You're
it.
still going to smell it.
It's like with a boar goat, or excuse me, a boar hog as well. I've got goats on the brain. I get called sheep goat.
Lala's going to get her very last. You know, we started our goat operation with Chico's 5 years ago, and we've enjoyed it. It's been fun, and we've developed a really great herd. But she's kind of changed her mind on what kind of goat she wants. So we're moving away from the Kiko, which is a full size meat breed, and down toward more of a dairy breed for the Nigerian dwarfs. And so she's going to get her last little buckling Friday. And,
I will tell you, if it's a dairy goat, I am extremely partial to alpines and Toggenburgs.
Really?
It's
That's
really,
the only two that
real
we don't have.
I just love their milk better.
She's got a ton of different style of goats. Let me do some intros here. Kind of welcome folks. So we got Randy in here from Missouri Outlaw. Not as many people in here tonight because this didn't get sent out for some reason. We've got Shannon here, White Shoulder Boar Goats and Farmstead, and then we've got Paula Wells, moderator extraordinary. Welcome, Paula. Thank you, ma'am. We have got Fordman, aka Kenneth Oakes. Welcome. I'm glad you stopped by again, Kenneth. Christy Betts, welcome. Who else? We got Brad in here from Down Under Fella. Welcome, sir. Who else? The Wright Family Homestead. Welcome. And then we got Nunya, Texas on the back 20. So got a few folks in here, up to 9 or so. So for those that are joining us a little bit late, if you're not familiar with Cyndi and Gary, they are from Pathways Homestead. And yes, they were on here several months ago, but we weren't happy with the session that we had with them due to tech problems. So we got them back on to kind of get to know them some more. So kind of introduced themselves already. So we're going to play a little game. I don't know how long this will take, but this is bound to lead on to other discussion. So as I was going back and I was looking at Pathways older videos, you got Michael and Bobby Harris, the Lone Star State represented in here. So welcome, Michael and/or Bobby. It was between this hat, Michael, or the Air Force hat that your daughter got me. So I went with this one to represent for my daughter. So, Jake, I don't hear bad. Are you talking bad video for Cyndi and Gary or bad video for me? Because I hear them pretty well. There's a little bit of wind background noise on Cyndi and Gary, but I can hear well over them. So, all right. So, as I was going back and looking at some of these older videos that Cyndi and Gary had done, a guy asking the question, I don't know anything whatsoever about the state of Kansas. I've never been to Kansas. I would love to go to Kansas. It's on my bucket list to visit all of the states, and I've been to most of the states, Southwest United States, Southern, Northeastern. I've never been to any of the Great Plains states. Never been to any of them out there. Oklahoma, just went to Missouri last year, a couple of years, but Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa. Never been to any of them. But I think in the next few years, Lala's convinced me that we're going to haul the camper up to Washington State and visit my daughter up there. She's still up there, so we'll hit all of those stops. So as I was kind of looking at your guys' videos, I did the question: what do people don't know about Kansas? And so I asked that incredible resource, Mr. Google. And Mr. Google found me a website that says, well, I'm not even going to tell you what it is because then you'll have all the answers. So I'm going to ask a few questions. Some of these are going to be for stickers. Some of these are going to be for a tumbler. There's two of them I'm going to do for tumblers, and I consider, my favorite questions of these. All right. This will be for a sticker pack, just to warm folks up. All you got to do if you win, then you need to send me an email to lala@thelalafarm.com, and I will just tell me that you won the stickers, and I will get them out. I'm going to need your address. I'll put that in the email. Paula says, I won't play either. Well, she must know a lot about Kansas, apparently. So, all right. I don't know if you'll know these, Paula. I'm gonna be really impressed if Gary and Cyndi know the answers to many. All right. Have you guys lived in Kansas your whole lives?
No.
We're Okies. We're Okies. We moved to Kansas from Wyoming.
How long ago?
We've been here almost 12 years.
All right. They might not know the answers to these. All right, but you guys can't play nonetheless. These are for your guests. So I want to hear your kind of take on these questions. All right. This one's for stickers. The official state bug of Kansas is what? The official state bug.
I think you're right.
Apparently Cyndi knows.
I don't know if we know or not. State bug.
Paul is trying to spread her cred. I live next door to Kansas and grew up going to visit family in Kansas, so apparently she knows a lot about Kansas too. All right, come on, give me your guesses.
I don't know that.
We're not supposed to guess.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, well, if no one guesses, then I'll have Cyndi and Gary give it, but then there's no winner. So the official state bug of Kansas is what?
I don't know that we know that for sure.
All right, well,
yes,
9-acre farms. Okay.
He better answer the Kansas question.
Honeybee. So now I just learned about 9-acre farm in the last hour when I went looking at your old videos and saw that 9-acre farm. I went over, checked them out, and that they are good buds with Cyndi and Gary and with Joyce and Jean and anybody that's good folks with them folks is good folks with me. So I hit that red button for you, 9-acre family farm, and hopefully we see you around more. All right, so 9-acre family farm, send me an email to lala@thelalafarm.com and I'll get a sticker out to you.
That's amazing.
Did you guys know that, the honeybee?
Oh,
I was going to guess dung beetle.
I was convinced that Cyndi knew that because she's like whispering in your ear and everything.
That was
all right.
Yes.
The honeybee's an awesome creature.
Yes.
That was our new project last year, was honeybees, and we have a hive, and that's really cool.
So Jake said the dung beetle or the mosquito, one or the other.
Jake, I was with you, dung beetle.
Paula apparently knew that it was the honeybee.
I knew it. I'm going to start saying that too, Paula. I'm just going to say I knew it.
All right. Let me find the next one on here. So, all right. So this was one that I don't think people will know, unless you're from Kansas. All right. So this one's actually for a tumbler. And Brad, I'm not going to exclude you. If you know the answer to this, you deserve to win this tumbler. Bradley's down in Australia, for those of you who don't know. So that's down under Fulla. So if he gets any of these right, I'm going to be really impressed. All right. Here is the question. All right, hold on. So my chat must have froze. I can't see anything of them comment.
Uh-oh.
9-acre farms, you can play. You can play. But You can win this, but you already got your stickers, so you've already won once. All right, here's the question. What of my favorite, how am I going to say this so it doesn't give it away? What is my favorite restaurant that was founded in Kansas?
Oh. I know this one. I'm pretty sure. No, maybe I don't.
Well, it depends.
No, he's in Florida.
But his favorite restaurant that was founded in Kansas.
Founded in Kansas. Okay. Don't know that I know, but
all right, let me rephrase. What is my favorite restaurant growing up that was founded in Kansas? I actually don't know of any in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Where did you grow up?
Western New York.
Oh. Okay.
No, Monaco's. Nope, that's not right. I put it up there just to mess with you, Shannon. Chicken Annie's. Nope, not Chicken Annie's. This restaurant was founded in Kansas.
That's all I'm thinking of too.
But I don't think it was spread that far when he was growing up.
Oh.
Nope, not pizza.
I know which one it is. I think we know it. I think we know it.
Oh, I can't answer. I think I know. Paul, you already got it. You already got a tumbler, though. You're always going to have the complete set of tumblers and T-shirts and everything.
Is that right?
You got more Lala Farm swag than anybody in the world.
Was 9 Acre correct?
9 Acre says Pizza Hut. Nope.
Nope.
One of the two burger places.
Paula's convinced that she knows. Any other guesses?
I think
It's my favorite restaurant growing up as a kid that was founded in Kansas. 9 Acre Farm says White Castle, and that is the correct answer.
That was my guess. That was
I know. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. I would have never ever guessed that.
Yep. Wichita, Kansas.
Yep.
All right, so 9 Acre Family Farm. Send me in that same email. So I'll let you win that too because you guys already got stickers, but you don't have a tumbler. So put yours. I'll send that and I'll get that to you. You actually get stickers in the tumbler anyway. I always send them the same. Shannon's still guessing Waffle House. No, it was White House, Shannon.
White Castle.
White Castle. That's right. Don't. Now I'm gonna get smacked for that comment. Ate at the very one. Paula says ate at that very one when I was very little. I had never had White Castle until I went. The very first time I ever went to Rochester, New York, they had White Castles there. And then when I moved to Florida, it was all about oh shoot, what is it? It's the one that the other square burgers and Crystals in Florida in the southeast, and I absolutely fell off. So it was so gross because I love Crystal burgers. Lala, Kimberly, and my daughter hated Crystal burgers. So every weekend, not every weekend because they wouldn't allow that, but certain weekends when Kimberly wanted to do something else after church, then Rick and I would stop and get us a bag of Crystal burgers, and we would just go in there and eat like 12 little hamburgers, and it's pretty awesome.
There's another burger place that was founded here in Kansas, started here in Kansas on a dairy farm. It's called Brahms.
But that's kind of true and kind of not true. At first, it was Peter Pan ice cream, and they also sold burgers and fries.
Brahms, so they're in like the whole Midwest, right? I've been to Brahms. I've been to Brahms in Chicago area.
But they sold the business.
Yes.
They sold Peter Pan and had signed a 10-year contract that they couldn't a no-compete clause in Kansas only for 10 years. So they went to Oklahoma, down to Oklahoma City, and started Brahms. Their dairy and creamery and ice cream making and everything was up here. And so they would ship it from Emporia, Kansas to Oklahoma City. And I mean, they added stores like crazy in Oklahoma. And so that was what we grew up eating, was Brahms. And the Brahms family is actually from up here near Emporia, Kansas.
That's very cool. I've been to Brahms though. I've heard of that, and I've been there because when I went to Chicago one time, the people that we were with said, we got to go to Brahms. So I had to try that. I'm an ice cream fanatic.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good.
When we when we moved to from Oklahoma to Wyoming, and we would come through, our youngest daughter Hannah, we had to stop for every Cracker Barrel. And when she saw Brahms, and Gary's grandpa had got her started on the Brahms because they would go and get ice cream when they babysat her. So from itty bitty till she was 3 years old when we moved to Wyoming, she had got Brahms once a week. And then we moved to Wyoming and there was no Brahms.
Mulberry Branch.
Hey, Ashley, how are you? So Mulberry Branch Farm is in the house, either Ashley and or Marky. And welcome. So we both Ashley and Mark and Kimberly and I all had goat tonight for dinner. So we all shared our Facebook post of our goat dinner. All right. What's the next one? All right. I don't think. All right. This one will be for stickers again. Okay. So, what type of factory? What type of factory was first built in the state of Kansas? See, this is cool. You know, when I started reading through this, what type of factory for a particular industry was first built in the state of Kansas? This is for stickers. 9 acres. You can't play no more because you got you got stickers and a tumbler.
Dale and Lisa, you're out.
Well, Dale knows it all. If you don't believe me, just ask him.
So Bradley says pickle factory. Apparently, no, it's not a pickle factory. Shannon says cement factory. Nope.
We don't know, so dang it.
I thought this was a really interesting fact because I love industrial history, and I love channels like that where they talk about the industrial history of things and particular industries. And I thought this was pretty interesting. All right. I know what my great-grandfather would say, and he was born and raised in Kansas. So bakery? No, it wasn't a bakery. What was the first of this type of factory? Where was it built? Or not where was it built? The first type of this factory was built in Kansas. This type of factory. Hey, Sonnie from Sonnie's place. Welcome. So Sonnie, we're playing Get to Know Kansas tonight. And when I was going back and I was looking at Cyndi and Gary's old videos, it got me begging the question: is I don't know anything about Kansas, so I found me a thing of fun facts about Kansas. And my question is, what is the first of this type of factory that was built in Kansas, the state of Kansas? All right. I'm going to give you a clue. All right. Now we're just trying to get the answer. So I'm going to give the very first of this type of factory was built in Wichita.
You're probably right.
The very first of this type of factory. Paul was going to text me. Any other guesses? All right, no other guesses. Come on, Paula, you gonna text me or not? All right, no other guesses. All right, the very first airplane factory in the United States was built in Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah, Boeing's still there.
Is that what's there?
And there's a Cessna plant.
Yeah, I was thinking. That's what I was thinking as I was talking about that. I'm like, if the very first one was there, I would be shocked if they don't still have a presence there.
There's a few in Wichita. There's more than one.
Really?
Boeing
Very cool.
are the biggest ones.
And there's one at Cottonwood Falls. Which is just the county next to us, that makes just landing gear for airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I didn't get your text, Paula. All right. Oh, that's cool. That's what I thought too. I thought that was a fun fact. You know, I thought this would be a fun way to kind of get to know things about me. that I bet people. All right, I got a couple more. This one, anyone can play. All right, and this is for another tumbler. And I don't care who. Well, you can't, 9 acres. You can't. Or no, who won the last one? 9 acres won the last one. You can't win another one. But I guess you can't play. But you're gonna get stickers and a tumbler anyway. All right. Here's the question. It is illegal in the state of Kansas to shoot what from a motorboat?
In Kansas to chew what?
To chew what?
Chew what?
I thought you
To shoot what?
Oh,
your neighbor.
What?
Your neighbor.
Well, that would be technically true, but that would not be a fun. That's awesome. Oh, all right, Paul. I did get it that way. I don't know. Yes, that would be correct, Paula. Paula would have gotten it correct. Christy Bet says fish. That's exactly what I thought, and no. All right. In the state of Kansas, it is illegal to shoot this from a motorboat.
from a motorboat.
Okay.
Andy says ducks. Shannon says deer, all of which are not correct. And Roosters Tool Reviews says rabbits, and he would be correct.
Now that hi Rooster.
So Roosters, I don't know the channel, Roosters Tool Reviews. The fact that he reviews tools, I kind of like him already, and I don't know nothing about him. But does Rooster know obscure history and laws?
He's a Kansan too.
He's a Kansan.
So I wonder if Rooster got in trouble because he was shooting rabbits and found out about this law.
I'm sure there's a good story there if he did.
So Sonnie, Emma, she rabbit too. So Paula was going to say rabbit. Wow. And Brad says, wow, who come up with that? So we would have had two winners, but the winner is Roosters Tool Reviews. So Roosters Tool Reviews, send me an email to lala@thelalafarm.com and put in there your address. Remind me that you won the tumbler. And tell me in your email whether you got in trouble from shooting a rabbit, which is what I thought that was funny. All right. Last fun fact on the state of Kansas. So 9 Acre Farm says, yes, he is captain of useless information at Roosters Tool Reviews. I'm going to have to go check out Rooster's tool reviews. Rooster, what kind of tools do you review? Because I am like take my tools very seriously. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna grab something. This is what I got from my son this week out of the blue. This is for Rooster's tool reviews. This is how seriously my family knows that I take my tools. So this is my newest sign for my workshop, because they know that if they take something, which I don't mind that they do without asking, but if it doesn't go back to that spot where they got it, oh, it's not gonna be a happy day for them. It is not gonna be a happy day. So Rooster's tool review says anything and everything. All right, here's the last bit of useless knowledge, and I guess people from Kansas are probably going to get this. All right. The largest of this thing is in the state of Kansas, and it is 5 times the size of the state of Rhode Island. The largest of these in the country is in the state of Kansas, and it is 5 times the size of the state of Rhode Island. Paula says it best be in the workshop somewhere in your next shop video. I'm going to do another shop update because I've made a lot of progress out there. I've been making ink pens recently, wooden ink pens. So there'll be another video out there. Emma says Gary and Cyndi are some of my favorite people in this community. Go check them out if you haven't yet. Absolutely wonderful people. I would absolutely agree with you, Emma. Absolutely agree.
Love you, Emma.
Thanks, Emma.
Emma makes the best camping buddy.
Yes.
Did you guys all go to that Baker Creek thing? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we camped, and Gary cooked, and Emma and I just got to enjoy.
So the guesses are coming in. So ball of yarn. Nope.
The 5 times the size of Rhode Island.
It's I think it's kind of suspicious that first Shannon's guess, and then immediately after that, Randy's guess comes in. So I think that Randy's trying to steal Shannon's guesses. 99 blue whales. No.
Yeah, we have whales out here on the prairie.
It's actually in Oklahoma.
No.
Yeah, blue whales.
That's not correct. That's not correct, Paula.
Well,
It says rubber bands and Sonnie. Sonnie's place, Emma says largest gas field, and that would be correct. It is the
I was gonna get
I guess that's how you say it. Hugoton natural gas field that covers an area that is 5 times larger than all of the state of Rhode Island and covers parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Is that what you would have guessed? Is that what you would have guessed?
I was gonna guess the salt mine. There's a big salt mine, underground salt mine.
Emma, you got the other tumbler, and so send me. Emma thought it was 99 left blue, so that's a child of the 80s right there. So that's that Euro invasion of pop from the 80s. Oh, that's right. I forget who sung that, but I remember that. That was like one of the videos from the earliest MTV videos. Was 99 Luft balloons from Germany or something. Germany or somewhere over in Europe. That was funny. Funny. So we're a little search stage apparently. All right. So this has been fun. Was this fun? Did you learn anything about Kansas?
Say that again.
Did you learn anything about Kansas?
Yes, we did. We did.
All right. For you guys being on here, if you would send me an email, Gary, and let me know what size shirt you want, I'll send you a shirt and what design you want.
Oh, he's got one.
Huh? He's already got one?
We've got shirts.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we've got shirts. He didn't have time to change after we got done milking.
All right. So we have got some other folks. Asmort Squad just came in. Appreciate everybody coming in. We got up to about 13 or so folks. Some stuff that you're going to see in the next few weeks coming out. This last week has been absolutely crazy, but you know we get a lot of comments whenever we were doing our pig videos of how well behaved the pigs are with the kids, and how do you get a pig to walk like that? And the answer is really, really simple. Just tons and tons of work and time. Usually about an hour a day is what the kids would spend individually with those pigs. So the next video we've got, Madeline got her new pig, and this is not a pig that we got her. This is a pig that she saved up from her sales money and purchased Gizmo, who is actually show stock quality pig that will be sold at the livestock show at the county fair in September. She paid for him with her own $300. So that's her initial investment for this pig. And she spends the first hour of the day, every single day, walking this pig around. And it's pretty cool. So that video is of watching her weighing the pig, kind of walking the pig and all of that stuff. So that one's coming up. And last year, I had sent, the only one in here right now, I had sent some seeds to, was Paula that got some of the paprika seeds. Well, we got a pretty decent harvest of those paprika peppers this year. And so we harvested them last weekend, about 2 pounds worth. I smoked them for 18 hours and then ground them up. And I have got some of the best sweet paprika that I've ever had in my life. It is fantastic. What else? And then we talked about Lala. She's going to be heading up to Georgia on Friday to pick up one more Nigerian buck. And then another couple of videos we got coming up in the next couple of weeks. We haven't even recorded them, but they're kind of in the queue. One of them is, we get a lot of questions on how we weigh all the animals. All the different ways that we do that. The harnesses that we use on a pulley system, with the stationary scale, the kind of a movable scale. That's what we do with our bigger bucks, and we just kind of go around. Weight up to 300-400 pounds, and big enough to be able to put the pigs on that back. And then I told you I'm making some pens, and once I get really good at it, and they're ones that I would like to show to people, then I'll probably start giving some of my wooden ink pens away. And they're pretty cool. They're kind of all kinds of exotic types of woods, and 2 or 3 of them. None of them to my. I'm kind of a nitpicky perfectionist, and none of them to my satisfaction yet. So I haven't given any of them away. I kind of pull the brass pieces back out and start all over again and start another way. So other than that, so 9 Acre Farm says we go to World Pork Expo. Well, we're not that big time. We show at the Baker County Fair. It's about a 10-minute drive from the house. But the kids love it, and there's just nothing else that kind of teaches lessons than livestock, young children, in my opinion. So, all right, any closing comments, guys? I appreciate it. This was fun.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So this was a blast, and I wasn't sure how Let's Get to Know Kansas would go off, but I think it went well. So if you won something, I didn't take notes, so you guys got to send me an email. So send that email to, I think it was Emma, and then
Rooster
and then
9 Acre.
9 Acre Farm. So the three of you send me an email to lala@thelallafarm.com. Send me your email or your physical address, and I will get stuff up probably next week. With that all said, I think we're gonna go ahead and sign off for the night. I think I got
Rick,
yes, sir.
we just want to tell everybody to remember that God made you special.
And he loves you very much.
And I'm going to close with kind of how we close everything. Always remember, folks, treat others as you would like to be treated. All right, folks, this has been a blast. Thank you so much. If you don't know,
Thanks for having us.
if you guys don't know Pathways, go and check them out. You will not be disappointed. Check everybody out in here. So this was a blast. This was fun. All right, folks. Good night. Take care.
Good night.
All right. Good night.